about a week before the first sessions for the first film, we got a message from the LPO office saying that Howard had asked us to bring C trumpets. Now, C trumpets are a little bit smaller than the B flat trumpets that we use in the LPO. Some players might use either. Most, I would say, probably use one or the other, and we choose to play B flat trumpets as our main instrument. I got this message about the C trumpet, and I sort of said, well, actually, we don't use them. So can I have a talk to Howard on the first day and explain the situation? And the message came back that was all fine. I spoke to Howard and I said, what was it about the C trumpets that you specifically wanted? And he said, well, I want the music, it's very dark sounds, and this and that. And a friend of his in New York had told him the C trumpet was darker than the B flat trumpet. And I sort of said, well, logically that's not the case. It's smaller, and smaller instruments, a piccolo trumpet is brighter than the tuba, and it's a sliding scale. So anyway, that was all fine. Now, about a week before the second film, had a message from the office again, saying Howard would like us to bring F trumpets. Now, F trumpets died out probably 120 years ago, apart from very, very occasional use. So they're antiques. You're more likely to see them in a museum than a concert hall. Fortunately, I had one, and I knew someone else that had got one, and I had a couple of other ideas. So I managed to assemble a collection of 4 F trumpets. But they're notoriously difficult to pitch, to play in tune. You have to make fine adjustments all the time. So the second film started. I went to speak to Howard and I said, well, you're going to have to bear with us. It might take us a while to get the accuracy and the intonation that you want. And I asked the same question. Where did you get the idea about the F trumpets? They haven't been used for 100 years. Now, he said he'd been listening to a recording, I think he said it was the Vienna Philharmonic, playing Bruckner 7, I think. And he said, well, that was the dark sound I'm after, like Wagner, Bruckner, dark sound, dark. So he looked in the score, and it said 3 trumpets in F. So he said, well, so that's what I want F trumpets. I said, well, that's fine, but they wouldn't have been using F trumpets. They'd have been using German rotary valve trumpets, which make a dark... Rotary valve trumpets? Can we get rotary valve trumpets? I said, leave it with me. So we found a set of rotary valve trumpets. So most of the sessions, certainly in the second film, we had our normal B-flat trumpets, rotary valve B-flat trumpets, and F trumpets. So there were 4 trumpeters and 12 trumpets. And sometimes we used 1, 2, or maybe 3 of them. The F trumpet, fortunately, was only used sparingly. That's an illustration of the detail, the attention to detail that he was after. There was another film we did with him. This is nothing to do with Lord of the Rings. We got a message from the office. Howard would like us to bring all our mutes. Now, there are all sorts of mutes. There's straight mutes, practice mutes, cut mutes, harmon mutes, piccolo trumpet mutes, metal mutes, fibre mutes, plastic mutes, wooden mutes. So myself and Anne decided, right, okay, if he wants us to bring all our mutes, we're going to bring all our mutes. And I think I had about 30, and Anne had a similar sort of number. All around. You never guess how many we used. 1. And our standard straight mute.
It was nice to have the option.
Absolutely, yeah. We got it covered anyway, yeah.